And y'all, since I haven't been giving a fuck lately, my skin been clear. Like, do you see my skin? You see, I'm glowing. I am glowing. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Ray Bays? It's your girl Raven, in other words. That's so Raven, y'all. And today I'm here with a little talking video for you guys. So right now I'm holding my camera because I just like the background. It's giving me peaceful vibes or whatever. But if you're new to my channel, you can like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. But today I'm doing a video on how I remain unbothered at all times. Actually, let me put my shades on because these is the perfect shades for this video. Perfect shades. Like, these my I don't give a fuck shades. Like, I really don't. But I don't want to do the whole video like this because y'all not gonna be able to take me serious, so I'm gonna put them up here.
A few moments later.
But I got some pointers down on how I remain unbothered and how I mastered how to remain unbothered, y'all. Right now I'm at a park by myself, you know, peaceful vibes. I'm around nobody, so nobody can bother me. So I noticed that I like to be isolated because, you know, when I'm around a lot of people, energy rubs off, you guys. So if you're around a lot of negative people, then you're going to become negative. So I normally don't do things like this. I just feel happy. Like, I feel productive, like I'm doing something different. So, you know, you got to figure out ways to not be in a situation where you're going to get annoyed and bothered. But most importantly, ignore ignorance. Okay, ignore ignorance, y'all. And when I say ignorance, you know how you deal with those people that just have weird, nasty attitudes, or they say some slick stuff and you just want to say something back. You can really hurt their feelings, but you don't want to hurt their feelings. Y'all, people done said so many weird, slick things to me, and I just literally just ignore it. Like, I don't do anything. Like, I just look like that. Like, I don't like giving people energy out of me anymore, and this is like really helping me like remain unbothered. Like, because unbothered basically is not caring, not giving a fuck, but you know, you're not being mean about it. It's just you're not caring. So I ignore ignorance. When somebody says something I don't like, I simply don't respond to it. I just look at them like they crazy. I'm not gonna argue with you or try to talk to you and try to see your point if you're just being completely ignorant about it. And this can go in many ways. Like, even if you don't know them, like a stranger, if you're in fast food and somebody's giving you your attitude, like in drive-through or something, just don't even give them that attitude back. Like, there's no point in doing all that. Like, because I used to be that type of person that always like reacted to stuff like that doesn't matter, or I'm sensitive, people would say. But I'm coming to the conclusion that nobody really cares. Like, we just overdo certain things. In reality, nobody cares, y'all. Venting. Now, I don't vent anymore to friends or to associates or to people. I've been venting to God, y'all, because he's like really the only person that can help you. And in my opinion, when you vent to other people, you're literally just pouring your problems on them. You're pouring your problems on them. How can they help you with something? Like, say you're having a problem in a relationship with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. What can they tell you besides, you know, I hope everything works out? Like, no, they can't fix it. That's between you and that person. Like, nowadays, I just literally just talk to God. Like, this is a good time for me to, you know, talk to him right now, like, in this environment. But venting, literally don't vent to people about your problems. Sometimes people like when you have problems because it makes them feel like their problems aren't that big. And honestly, everybody has problems. And in reality, nobody can fix that but God and yourself. So stop venting and start venting to God. And I guarantee you, when nobody knows your information or your personal business, it doesn't make you want to set up to a certain standard to live a certain type of life, because everybody wants to look like they're perfect. And everybody wants to look like they have a perfect life, and in reality they don't. Everybody has their own problems, in my opinion. So let's just start venting to God, and I guarantee you, you're gonna see a difference. I focus on myself more, and I start focusing on things that I'm grateful for. And you know, if you don't really worry about what this person's doing, that person's doing, you're really gonna be seriously unbothered. Because, oh, bugs, I gotta move.
A few inches later.
So I moved to a swing set, y'all. But yeah, basically have things to be appreciative of. Because really, when you're bothered, it's like you're irritated within yourself. And there's something about somebody that really bothers you, and we need to stop being like that. Like, we shouldn't have people that, you know, irritate us for being their self, or irritate us because they might have a better life than you. Like, just don't pay attention to that. Like, nobody really cares for real. That's why in this video the message is nobody really cares. Like, I promise you, nobody cares. People, but if it came down to it and everybody had to, you know, if it's a war or something, everybody gonna be for themselves, y'all, in reality. So that's how I like to look at things. Like, certain things do not matter. So that's how I remain unbothered, y'all. Like, y'all see me at the park by myself. I don't need people to be around me to be happy. If anything, when I'm around people, like, I get irritated because I just feel like, what? Like, how are you benefiting my life? Like, you know, friendships, they're all fun and games. Like, friendships come and go, but I'm really focused on becoming the best version of myself. So that's how I stay unbothered with people. No reaction is the best reaction, y'all. We be giving so many people the time of day. Like, we need to start giving people the time of day, y'all. Like, they don't even deserve acknowledgement out of you. I feel like people test people, they think that's not gonna do nothing. And yeah, you may be right. You tested me because I might not give you that reaction that you want, and you feel like you go walk over me. But in reality, you got a problem within yourself, and God is going to cancel all your enemies, okay? He's gonna cancel those enemies. So you don't even have to do anything but just sit there. Almost fell. You don't have to do anything but just sit there and let him handle it. So no reaction is the best reaction, because what you put out is what you get back. So if you react negative in a situation, don't be shocked when negative things start happening, because you just let that one person fuck your day up. Just keep conversations brief, short and simple, because the more you talk, I noticed that with me at least, the more I talk, the more irritated I become. So that means that I'm probably talking too much about something. And it's like we talk about our life so much, like we talk too much. Like, you're talking about all the things you're doing or you want to do. And I don't know if it's because we try to impress people, but when we talk a lot, we giving ourselves, we're being more hard on ourselves because we want to live up to a certain expectation. So I stopped trying to live up to certain people expectations. That's why I'm very unbothered. Like, you can think whatever you want to think about me, but at the end of the day, this is my life, so I'm gonna live it how I want to live it. Like, don't listen to people that never listen to people, y'all, because that's how I was so bothered. Like, I would listen like, oh, they have this to say, that to say. In reality, they don't know what they're talking about because they not doing no better than me. So like, why do we listen to people that don't even listen to their self? So that's how I think about it. That's how I start remaining more unbothered, like keeping my conversations brief. Like, nobody needs to know your plans with your life if they're not about to be a part of it, okay? Don't let opinions get to you. Yes, everybody has their own opinions and everybody got something to say, but it's an opinion, it's not a fact, okay? And people opinions, if they're negative, that's what they're thinking about you in their head. Like, keep your opinions to yourself. If they not positive, deuces. I don't want to hear it. I don't hear what nothing you gotta say, because at the end of the day, baby, the only reason you saying something negative is because you probably wish you was in my situation, or you wish you was me, okay? That's just how I think about it. Like, I stay unbothered. Like, I'm gonna tell myself everything I need to hear in order for me to walk around like I just am confident. And that's what you have to do sometimes. You got to be your number one supporter. You got to be on your own back, number one. You got to be hard on yourself and put in your head that nobody can tell you shit. I just literally just keep things short, especially with strangers, people I don't know. If we're not friends, like, even with friends sometimes, you know, you can't tell them everything you're doing because you never know. Friends come and go, but your life is definitely more important than trying to impress people. So with staying unbothered, literally keep them conversations short. Don't let the opinions get to you. Don't even give them an opportunity to do an opinion. Like, with me, like, I change the subject so fast. Like, how do we go from talking about what's our favorite food to what are we doing career wise? Like, some people don't feel comfortable with answering questions like that because, you know, some people don't know what they're doing with their life. So it's like, when you get personal and people don't know how to answer those questions, they begin to lie, and now you're making up a lie about your life, and now you're stressed out because you want to live up to this life that you lied about. Y'all, it's a whole cycle, and I'm glad that I'm catching on to it. Interact with things that benefit you, only things that benefit you, y'all. So for instance, me at the park today, this is something that I normally don't do, but I feel great. Like, I feel like I'm doing something productive versus sitting in the bed all day doing nothing. Like, I didn't know that today was going to go like this, and you got to figure out things that benefit you, whether it make you happy, make you lose weight. If you're trying to gain weight, make you gain weight. And y'all, since I haven't been giving a fuck lately, my skin been clear. Like, do you see my skin? You see, I'm glowing. I am glowing. Don't speak on other people. Don't speak on other people's life. If somebody asks you about an old friend, who? I don't know who you're talking about. Like, I don't know who you're talking about. Don't speak on people, because like, if you're speaking about somebody in a negative way, you sound like a hater, and that probably means you're unhappy with yourself. Like, if you're truly happy with your life or where you're going, you're not going to be worried about the next person. That's how I remain unbothered. Like, I told y'all, I don't care anything. I'm only focused on things that make me happy. And I told y'all, like, my skin's been better. I've been gaining a few pounds. Like, if you know me, I'm trying to gain weight. So like, when I haven't been worried about people, I've been so much happier. Like, yeah, it may feel a little lonely sometimes, but it's definitely helping me and becoming the best version of myself. If you walk around like a bitch all day, you're gonna get tendencies back from people. Or if you walk around mad all day, people are gonna see that, and they're gonna give you what you give. I know when I see somebody that got an attitude, like at a restaurant or something, and they trying to get smart with me and they just have a bad attitude, you know, I don't give them an attitude back. I just treat them how they treated me, like with a little straight face, whatever. Like, I can't give 100% me if you're giving me 50% of you. So don't expect me to be nice and you're being mean to me. Like, I'm gonna give you what you're giving me, because we get walked over when we be too nice to people. Like, when you be too nice, somebody gonna walk over you, and if you're too mean, you just being mean. So it's like, you got to end up being whatever that person give you, give it back. So I'm not saying like, if somebody, you know, yelling at you, yell back to them. It's just like, don't expect to get the best out of a person when you're not the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something like that I'm trying to explain. Another way to stay unbothered: if your feelings are hurt from past relationships or past friendships, keep it to yourself. Do not try to rekindle relationships. Like, they'll come back naturally if it's meant to be, but if it's not meant to be, then don't try to rekindle the relationships. Like, that's what I learned about being unbothered. Like, don't focus on that ex, don't focus on that friend. Like, don't care. Like, and people hate when you don't care, y'all. Like, they really want to get under your skin. Like, I've had situations like when somebody was being mean to me before, and I just literally like ignored them. Like, you think I'm gonna be nice to you and talk to you when you're being mean to me? Like, I literally ignore them, and you know, they keep bothering me even more. Then after that, they'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. They'll try to apologize, and I'm like, what you apologizing for? Like, I just don't want to be bothered with you. And I'll say that, and they get really offended when you don't want to be bothered with them, because they like, why you don't want to deal with my toxicness? Because, you know, it's so much toxicness in this world. So when somebody's trying to get away from that, people don't know how to act. So yeah, just don't try to rekindle old friendships, old relationships. Like, just boss up and glow up. That's how, you know, it'll get to you. I seen a quote, it says something like, the best revenge is success. So if you want to be unbothered, just boss up, level up, do you. Like, I just put in my head that the only person I should be trying to impress is myself and God. I don't really care about anybody else. Like, you know, family, they're gonna have their opinions on you if you're not doing what they're doing, of course, but don't live your life to their expectations. Live your life to your expectations. Like, I'm so unbothered to the point where I just don't even say nothing. Like, if somebody says something that's just not to my likings or just negative, I just literally just be like, just look at them. Because like, me talking, that's why I gotta speak less. Me talking to them about what they said, we just gonna keep butting heads, because we not gonna agree. We not on the same mindset. We don't have the same morals in life. So it's like, I just throw on my shades. Like, I just tell myself, Raven, give zero fuck. And it took me a lot to get like this, but I'm glad that I'm starting to, you know, transition, you know, as I become more of an adult. But I hope these tips help you. Maybe y'all gotta sit at the park one day, and maybe you gotta, you know, focus on you. Like I told y'all, my skin done got better. I look crazy, but I look cute. Like, I'm bossing up. But I hope this video helps somebody. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'm out. Peace.